All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Eddie Life podcast, episode number 226. I've got BJJ Black Belt, MMA fighter, jungle fight champion,
Boxing fighter,
man, UFC gym coach, Rafael Miranda, brother.
All right.
I've been following you for a long time, man. Thank you for coming. Thank you for
Waiting
coming,
this
man.
opportunity for so long.
Yeah, thanks, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate
I'm
it.
so
It means a
happy
lot
about
to
that.
me. It means a lot to me, brother. Thank you for coming, man.
man.
You said, tell me a little bit about what brought you to Taiwan in the beginning, man.
Oh man! First I came here. I was first came in was in 2016.
Okay.
I was invited to teach a seminar in some gym here
Okay.
and to work there for 3 months. And then after that, they like my job, the way how I teach, and then I signed the contract for 1 year. Then past 1 year, and signed again for another year. So I used to work there for 3 years.
Okay.
And after leave there, then I start to work at UFC gym.
Okay. Okay. UFC gym is kind of new, right? Not super new, but maybe 10 years or something.
They opened here at the end of 2016.
Okay,
When I
so
first got to
when
Taiwan, there was open the gym here.
It just opened. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember when they opened. Yeah. So from Brasilia directly to here, or did you do some other stuff in between?
Oh, in between, I was first start training in Brasilia when I was 13 years old. I start training since my 7 years old. I trained martial arts. I used to train judo, capoeira, karate, all those kind of martial arts. But I never have been training anything very serious like jiu-jitsu. After I started jiu-jitsu, I said, man, I want to be a black belt one day. One day I want to fight MMA. So after my 20 years old in 2010, I moved to Rio de Janeiro.
Okay.
I trained at the Minotauro team there.
Nice.
Yeah, so I spent 1 year training there. And then 2014, I went to Los Angeles. And I was training at the Black House and King's MMA.
Oh, King's MMA. Wow, that's great.
Rafael Cordero.
Yeah, Rafael Cordero. Yeah. And he's got like
He's
amazing team there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what made you decide to go to King's MMA? Because lots of Brazilians there, you have connection, or you know about Rafael
I have
Cordero?
some friends training there.
Okay.
So I decided to train there. And also at the Black House.
Okay.
Is a gym what training Anderson Silva, Lyoto Machida,
Okay. Oh,
Love Teixeira, all the legends.
nice.
There.
Oh, I love
So
it.
I spent like 9 months training there. And as I had a tourist visa, I couldn't stay longer there or stay illegal or come back to Brazil. So I prefer to come back to Brazil.
Okay.
And after I come back to Brazil, one of my friends, Ronnie Aya, he's a UFC fighter as well. He told me about that.
Ronnie Aya.
opportunity.
Oh, yeah, I know the name. Okay, yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's
Very
my
cool.
training partner.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow,
for
that's
so
amazing.
long.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's so
We are
cool.
from the same team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. That's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
then
So
we can-
you decided in the beginning, you did a lot of martial arts as a kid, right?
Yeah,
And then you
yeah.
said, okay, seriously, you want to do BJJ.
Yeah.
And then from the BJJ, you want to go to MMA.
Yeah, before I start BJJ, I really would like to one day to fight MMA. I started training BJJ by watching the first UFC, Royce
Gracie, everybody's favorite.
Yeah, he beat some huge guys.
Yeah.
Rear gi and
Yeah,
using
yeah,
jiu-jitsu
yeah.
techniques. I said, man, jiu-jitsu is the good shit. So and I also always had the dream to live from Brazil.
Okay.
And so that's was one of the way to live from Brazil by doing martial arts.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, of
Brazilian
course.
Jiu-Jitsu is very famous.
From Brazil, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
And still growing up around the world. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about now? You've been here for, you said 2016, right?
Right.
So
It's been almost 7 years.
7 years. Okay. So have you seen any growth in like the Taiwan, like the MMA, BJJ, all that stuff here?
Yeah, man, I see it's growing, still growing. Before the COVID time, they had some MMA events here, pro events, right?
Yeah.
I never had the opportunity to fight. But after COVID, they don't make those kind of event anymore.
I know.
But still a new sport in Taiwan, right? Yeah, I think for being close, very close from Japan and from China,
Yeah.
I think they should be bigger,
Yeah.
that sport over here,
Understand.
right?
I
Much
think so.
bigger.
I used to coach soccer here in Taiwan, and I think that what happens is here they focus a lot on the school, right?
Right,
So
right.
as soon-
People study too much here,
like a
right? All
lot.
day from 8 a.m. to
Yeah.
6 p.m.
Yeah.
Right.
It's so the
You know,
kids they don't have that much time. So I had a group of kids from about grade 1. I coached them till about grade 6, and then in grade 6 they were already like amazing. And I'm thinking I'm going to take these guys, all the way to university and send them to universities all over the U.S. whatever, and stuff like that. And then as soon as they finish grade 6, everybody quit. They all quit. They say, okay, now we go to science class.
Wow.
I go, what? My heart is broken, man. I'm like, what? I'm like almost like, what? Science class. Yeah, they all go to science and then math class and
Wow.
just like boom, 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 like this. So it was pretty heartbreaking, man, honestly.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of those kids, I'm still in touch with them now, and they will, we chat and they come here and they eat and have a beer and stuff. But they, usually here from about grade 6, grade 7, all the way maybe to high school, everybody they quit all the sports.
All the sports.
So I
They
feel like,
focus, study and work.
so this is a very, very important part, this
Right.
time, like age, maybe 13 to 18 is a very important time for sport, any
Yeah,
sport, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I
But
think-
start young as possible, right? Cannot start too old.
Yeah,
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 that's the best
exactly.
age, the best
Exactly.
age to. Yeah, and also I feel the people here they just train for fun, any
Yeah.
kind of sport. They don't want to become professional,
It's tough.
anything.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
It's a sad thing, man. So how does that, like Taiwan, of course, it's a new sport, and what you just said, they're training like for fun, compared to maybe like Brazil, where this is the ticket out. You play soccer, of course, football, right?
Right,
The
right.
national team Brazil is everybody loves them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Since I was a kid, from Romario and all the way
Right.
to
Right.
Neymar, and
Yeah.
everybody knows the names, right?
Mm.
So how do you think maybe Taiwan compares with Brazil? How's Brazil different with the sport?
Oh man, the sports. I think it's because make you already part of our culture,
Mhm.
right? So many generations, the people already starting so young, and they want to have that sport for living as a work, not just for fun.
Yeah.
So since they are very young, they already have the dream to one day represent Brazil,
Yeah.
right? And or become a fighter
Yep.
or something like that. We are all inspired in the other generation before
Okay.
us.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think again, Hoist Gracie, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like he inspired a lot of
Gracie,
people.
Yeah,
A lot of the people, especially the Brazilians, when I
Right.
interview, there's always UFC
Right.
one, Hoist Gracie.
yeah. The
Uh,
Grace family, they
yeah.
changed the Brazil. They became a part of the Brazilian culture, right?
Beautiful.
Yeah, after Brazilian people see they represent Brazil around the world
Yeah.
and have the opportunity to live in all the countries. So many Brazilians took that for them.
Yeah.
And they inspired us. They inspired us to
Yeah.
one day live
Yeah.
that life.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah,
And then you
man.
get to be in Taiwan
Yeah.
in UFC gym.
Yeah.
You want another coffee? more?
later, I'm fine. It's
Joe.
okay.
Joe.
Not right now. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, no. Yeah, I
No.
think so. So if I mean, you watch a lot of the fights too. Sometimes, one of the coaches and fighters, they don't watch so much, and sometimes they watch all the fights.
Yeah.
So what about yourself? Like the professional, like UFC fights, you watch a lot of the fights?
Yeah, of
You watch-
course.
okay.
To keep it update, right? We
Okay,
must
okay.
watch the fights.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So if you have to pick maybe like a top 3, let's say Brazilian fighters from UFC all time, like who would you put?
For all the time.
Let's say all time. Yeah, top 3.
Oh,
yeah.
man. For sure, I'm gonna put Anderson Silva
Anderson Silva.
because he got defend the belt for so many years,
Yep.
man. For
Yeah,
so
yeah,
many years.
Everybody
Also,
loves him.
Jose Aldo
Jose
as
Aldo.
well. They are fucking legend.
I love that guy, man.
Also,
Yeah.
let me see. Rodrigo Minotauro, one of
Minotauro.
them.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
There are
So many,
not just
so many,
three,
man.
right?
I know. That's why when I
Yeah.
said 3, or maybe I did 10. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, we have
yeah.
the heavyweights, Junior Dos Santos, right?
Yeah,
Junior's
Junior
great.
Dos Santos.
Damian Maya, amazing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So many So many, man.
And
So these guys, of course, are very, very like the legends, and they're very popular in Brazil. Everybody loves them, right?
right.
So how is the MMA now, like the BJJ and the MMA? I know probably the top is still soccer, right? Football with Pelé and Neymar and all that. Is it getting close? What do you think?
Yeah, for sure the soccer in Brazil always gonna be more famous than the jiu-jitsu
Than
and
everything,
any
maybe.
martial art
Okay.
there, because there is not much investment in martial arts in Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah. The government don't support us. We have so many fighters, UFC,
Yeah.
but
amazing.
we have to train by yourself. We must fight the sponsor by yourself.
Yeah.
We must pay by yourself,
Yeah.
like for all life.
That's tough.
Yeah, our
yeah.
family help us, friends, everybody. We just get that because we really love
Working
that,
hard,
man,
yeah.
because we have a zero sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Glover Teixeira's story. He finally he got the belt at
Yeah,
42,
man.
right? And
Right.
he had to go back to Brazil.
Right. He
right,
lived
for a long time.
illegal for so many years
Yeah.
in the US.
Oh, I love him. He's great.
Yeah,
And,
man.
yeah,
so
I was
many,
hoping he
there's so many great stories.
so many good one, man.
Yeah.
So let's I was the first time I saw you actually was here actually at the Pro FC. Do you remember this? This is the Pro FC.
Oh,
Remember that? Yeah.
I
It's the first time I saw you there, and I think I was in the crowd, and that was, I think, the biggest fan favorite was you of everyone. And I said, okay, I have to, who is this guy? Got to meet this guy. Yeah, and I finally got to see you,
All right.
and Michael, and all the other guys. So,
Right.
so how did you guys all meet here in Brazil, in Taiwan? or-
I know Michael because he already fought the Shoto Brazil against one of my friends.
Okay. Oh,
Adriano Moraes. He became UFC
one FC. Yeah, of course.
He lost
Yeah,
right now against the match.
He was the top
Yeah,
guy, and then
yeah,
I think he's 2-1, right?
Yeah.
With Mighty Mouse.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I have been. I put Adriano Moraes to train in my team, Constrictor team.
That's amazing.
Before he become a MMA fighter, when he was just training jiu-jitsu, I introduced him to my team, Constrictor team. I became his boxing coach.
Beautiful.
I teach him box for a while.
Beautiful.
And his fight in Brazil, I was on his corner.
Oh man.
Doing all the time.
I-
And he fought Michael, so I met Michael in Brazil before
Wow.
we met in Taiwan. But
I think Taiwan, hopefully, well, one of the reasons I do the podcast and interview, guys like you is I hope that Taiwan can see how lucky they are actually to have, Michael was here and you're here and Mario and everybody's here. And
course.
you guys are amazing.
yeah, man, we
And
have
it's like,
dedicated
you got-
our lives to one day to become a coach, to become a
Yeah.
MMA fighter. Because right now, people don't. They just want to start training MMA. They don't.
Okay.
They are not good in grappling. They are not good
Yeah.
in striking. They go straight to MMA. And
That's
we have been training a lot on grappling and focus on strike for then get on MMA.
Okay.
It's totally different. So you must dedicate so many years just training grappling, many years, like almost 10 years training strike, and then get into MMA. That's how I start training MMA.
What's the best way to start, you think? Now, if somebody's like 5 years old or somebody, they have a kid, they want to try, start with something.
If you want to become a professional fighter, you must start young, like 10 years old, 12 years old.
Okay. What do you think they should start with? Because you say don't just do MMA.
I recommend start training grappling because grappling is much hard to learn, like jiu-jitsu and wrestling.
Okay.
And you have to train at least 10 years, like almost 10 years.
Yeah.
To start to have some idea what's that.
Yeah, of course.
But in striking, you can train for 3 or 4 years. You already can get prove a lot.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's not that hard. But everything depends because there is some grapplers. They are very good in grappling, but never become good on striking.
Yes. Okay.
And also there is some striking. They never become good on grappling.
True. That makes sense. Yeah. Sometimes you will see some guys who are like maybe the super high level black belt, and then we'll go to MMA, and
they
not
don't.
that
Not that good. Because it's really hard. Man.
I'm sure.
Everything's very hard.
Yeah. I think like even for me when I'm doing the commentary, with a commentary for boxing, it was great. It was fun. But when I was preparing, I was like, okay, left jab and, right straight hook, uppercut,
right.
not so many, but when you commentate like the WOTD with the MMA, it's like you have to know the ground game and you have to know everything. So when they asked me, I said, I'll have to have
You have to have
BJJ
some
guy there who, as soon as it goes to the ground,
to know
I
the
give to this
technique,
guy.
to know the technique,
The underhook and the whizzer and this and
Yeah.
that. I'm like, okay, I give to you now. Yeah,
Right.
because I trained a little bit before, but even you train, it's like forever.
Yeah,
It's
man.
like how long it take the average person to get a black belt? Maybe 10 years, 10 plus years,
and
right?
you have to be trained for 10 years. You still don't know everything, right?
Yeah.
You are good at what you do but you are not very good in everything.
That's tough, man.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. I think BJJ now is growing, right?
Yeah,
And I
man,
think
it's growing.
Steven at AZ Fight Club just had an event, right? Which is good.
Yeah, it was very good event.
Very cool, right? And then the Pro FC also, that was a great event.
Right.
Unfortunately, what's the place? Dynasty closed, right?
Right.
Unfortunately, because that was great. That was good fun.
Yeah, it was.
And I think it was a lot of people was full, right? I think the potential is there, right? And I think that people here slowly, if they get exposed to it, hopefully, I think people will love it.
Yeah, we need events like that, like every year, man. Like
Every
twice a year, 2 times a year.
Yeah, I
Right,
think
not just once a year.
I know.
Or once in three years. Yeah, we
Does
need to
the-
make that sport grow here.
Does the UFC have this some events like this here? Any kind of stuff like that?
No,
No, not yet. Okay. Let me know because then I can do the commentary.
They should make.
My pleasure. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about the jungle fight, man. Yeah,
Oh, man,
that was before you came,
jungle
of course,
fight,
right?
Jungle fight
I'll
is.
pull up a picture here.
Oh,
Is this it? Yeah.
this
some pictures here, no?
speaker wasn't that in Jungle Fight.
Okay.
Was in another event, very big event. That guy I fought there, his name is what to say? I forgot his name, but anyway,
it's okay. No problem.
he was one of the best featherweight in Brazil.
Brazil. Okay.
He fought against Renan Barão.
Really?
Yeah, one of UFC fighters.
course,
many
I know
years
him.
ago, they did a great match.
Kenan
yeah,
Barão,
also been-
he had one of the longest streaks. as well, right?
He was one of UFC champion.
Yeah, for a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah, for a
Actually,
long
he was
time.
looking unbeatable for a
Yeah,
long time. That
yeah.
guy. Yeah.
But
Amazing.
Jungle Fight is one of the 10 biggest MMA event in the world.
Oh, beautiful.
Like
Okay.
for you see how tough that event is, like Alex Pereira,
Ooh, love that
Charles
guy.
do Bronx, Jose Aldo, they fought the Jungle Fight and they have lost in Jungle Fight. They didn't get
Really?
the belt in Jungle Fight.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
man.
that's amazing.
Like Ronaldo
Wow.
Jacare, some
I love Jacare,
yeah.
I love all those guys.
Many good fighters, UFC fighters fought in Jungle Fight and they have lost that.
Okay. Was and so Jungle
And-
Fight is Brazil. It's a Brazilian organization. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a Brazil organization.
Okay,
The organizer is he was Castle Gracie students.
Okay.
His name is Valid Ismail, and also he's very famous because he got to beat Renzo Gracie
Okay.
in a jiu-jitsu tournament in Brazil. Also, he got to beat Royce Gracie
Really?
in a jiu-jitsu tournament.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
That's
He
amazing.
got to beat so many Gracies.
The Gracies
He's
are
a legend.
amazing.
He's a
Yeah.
legend.
Yeah. Like.
And I fight the Jungle Fight in 2011. I got to beat a guy. His name is Fabiano Jacarezinho. And he trained with Ronaldo Jacare
Okay.
as well. That's why his nickname is Jacarezinho.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little
And-
Jacare, right?
yeah.
Okay.
And so I got to beat him
Wow.
in 2011. And after that, he spent like 2 years beating everyone in Jungle Fight. And they put us to rematch. In 2013. And I got to beat him again.
Amazing.
Yeah, then I got
Oof,
the belt.
oof.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And so, of course, the sport is already super developed in Brazil, right?
Yeah.
So, in a stadium or arena, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Beautiful.
that event passed alive like in many TV
Okay.
channel,
Okay.
and also in all the countries as well.
Okay.
Like 57 countries.
That's beautiful,
Yeah.
man. I love that. That's amazing. That's fucking great. So cool. So now, when you're coming here, you're doing more coaching, right? You're still fighting, but coaching. So
Yeah.
how do you change your mindset from like the fighter, and when the fighter, you're the killer, right? Change from
Yeah.
the fighter to the coach. How do you? What's some
Uh,
tips for you to change your mindset?
Yeah, because when you
Yeah.
fight, you cannot just be a killer. Of course,
Okay,
there is
yeah.
a moment
Yeah.
you need to try be a killer.
Yeah.
But you must use the technique all the time. You know, if you just go there and fight by emotion,
Okay, yeah.
just to try kill your opponent.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
example, if you get punched and try punch back,
Yeah.
just angry, just mad, you're gonna get more punch. So you must be smart.
Yeah.
You need to use the skills, the boxing skills, Muay Thai skills,
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu skills, and cannot forget the technique during the fight.
Sure.
Right?
I think happens a
that's
lot
the
with-
most important. That's what separates a good fighter and the bad fighter.
Sometimes when someone gets hit, they want to hit back, and then
Right.
they try so hard, then they get tired.
And then
Because
and
just
they
like,
get more and they get more punch.
Angry, and they get more
Yeah.
punch. Yeah.
Cannot fight by emotion. You need to control the both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I really like to be coach here, man. I spend all my life training, so I'm very happy to share all the techniques I have been learning with the great fighters to share with my students.
So you get to coach in all of the. I think there's 3 UFC gyms in Taipei. Is there 3?
That is true.
There's 2. Okay.
There's
Do you go to both?
Before was 3,
Before
but
was
right
3?
now, yeah,
Okay,
that is
because
another
COVID
one
is tough.
in Zoo,
Okay.
but they closed there. Is another gym there.
Okay.
So right now, that is just 2 UFC gym. One in Nehu and another one in John Sheldon.
Okay. And so do you go to one more than the other one? Do you coach in both?
Just both. Yeah.
Okay.
Both.
Okay. Beautiful. So so you're coaching. You're still training. How do you still keep yourself in really good shape?
Oh man,
What's your normal schedule for yourself?
Yeah, I always care about keep training myself. Don't stop to train. Even there is not a many events here.
Yeah.
I try keep training with my students. Keep doing my weight training. Constantly, like 3 times a week, at least twice a week.
Okay.
And keep training with my students. Yeah, as you told me here, keep compete like box events, jiu-jitsu events, just to keep active, just to feel the adrenaline, right? Because totally different to train. Another thing is you compete.
To compete, yeah.
It's another feelings, totally different.
I think it's
Yeah.
scary. It must be scary for the average person to go in and do something
Yeah,
like
man,
that,
it's
right?
a very big challenge, man.
For somebody who's always doing that, like who's grown up fighting, professional fighter, do you also get a fear at the beginning? Like you think, oh, when you walk into the ring?
Yeah, man. Or every fighter, they
UFC
feel the
fighters,
fear.
yeah.
Everybody feel the fear. No matter how many times you have been competing,
Okay, yeah.
you're still gonna feel excited. You're still gonna feel the adrenaline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Of course, who compete often, they don't feel that much, but still feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Beautiful. So of course we've talked a little bit about, recently you had your pro boxing debut.
Oh, yeah.
Right. That was a little bit. A good fight. Definitely. The judging was a little strange for sure.
Right,
But
right, for sure.
so how do you? Aside from that, what did you feel about sort of the whole organization, the whole sort of just everything? Like I think like the lighting, for example, when I went in with Jason, I thought, oh, it's a gym, but actually the lights and the smoke and all that stuff. For you, like as a fighter, do you notice that stuff? Or you just, boom, you're focused to go fight?
Oh, yes, I really focus on the fight. I don't really focus on the things on the side.
Okay.
But was good event. They start very well, make a very good promotion.
Yeah.
Was a very good entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as you told me, the judges, they didn't made their job, right?
Yeah,
they was by one side. Everywhere is like this. For example, if I'm fighting US against someone from America, the judge is gonna be on their side.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Okay.
Everywhere is like that, but that doesn't help the sport, right?
Yeah, understand.
Because they make the people don't stop to grow.
Yeah.
For example, if they give the loss to my opponent, that's gonna force him to improve himself and get a better version of him, right?
Okay.
He works on his mistakes and try to make it better the next time.
Understand. Man.
So I'm very sad about that result because I won that match for sure.
Yeah.
And if they give me the win, I should rematch with him the
Understand.
next time. but it's
Yeah.
not the case. And
I
also was a big challenge because my weight class is around 83 kg,
Okay.
84, and I accept to fight him at 90 kg.
Okay.
And he's much heavier than 90
Big
kg.
guy. Yeah.
He's like almost 100 kg
Okay,
who
really?
cut weight to make 90 kg.
Okay.
So
Wow.
that's big difference.
So like one thing that they did, right, was they one thing that they did well, I think, was they made the intro videos like with you, like he's calling you out and you say, oh, you accepting, and you
Yeah.
guys are fighting and you're
Right.
talking about you knock him out. He's talking about he's gonna knock you out. I think that was it's very entertaining. Right. So I think that, like, let's say, for example, the UFC, right? The
Yeah.
UFC has people like Conor McGregor, right? They
Yeah.
talk a lot,
Yeah.
right? And then they say, you know, like Colby Covington, they cross the line, they say crazy thing like you're dead dad and just crazy shit.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So there's that. And then on the other side, you have maybe like ONE FC, where
Right.
everybody's very, very like great, everybody happy, and they're very respectful.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Don't
you're
have
better.
much
Oh, you're
trash
good. Oh
talk.
no, you're good. Oh no, you're good. And there's no trash talk. What do you think is more? What do you prefer? What do you prefer?
Oh man,
Better for-
I just I just start the trash talk
Yeah.
because he start to talk first. This guy, he's a YouTuber, so he
really?
likes
Okay.
to talk shit.
Okay.
He like to get the attention for him.
Understand.
He's this kind of person. I don't like trash talk.
Okay.
I grew up in the martial arts, so we always have to respect our
Respect.
opponent.
Okay.
No matter how bad he is, always you must respect him. You cannot underestimate him,
Yeah.
our opponents, because during the fight, man, you can get punched, you can get knocked out, and right. So you must train like you were gonna fight against someone very good at.
Okay.
So I don't really like the trash talk.
Gotcha. But the video was great though. Your video was great. Yeah.
It was good.
It was a good video. Yeah. It was,
Was
very
fun.
Good.
Was
Yeah.
fun. Yeah,
Did-
just to promote the fight.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
Yeah.
But I think that.
Yeah.
Do you think that helps to promote fights? Because if you see like a Conor and Khabib, this I
Yeah.
think is the biggest fight in
Right.
MMA
Yeah.
history, right?
Yeah.
And they hate each other. They
Yeah.
both talking.
Yeah. For people who like to watch the
To watch,
fight,
yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. For the fighters in general, that's not good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Also,
okay.
cannot have that mindset.
Okay.
And take that to the ring. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel angry.
Yeah, if you're
like-
angry, start the fight angry. Otherwise, you become a street fight.
Yeah.
Make you forget to use the technique and just
Okay.
fight by motion. And then you go there to get your ass kicked.
And then they gas out usually, right?
Yeah,
Sometimes you
yeah.
have people like
Right.
you'll see maybe like a Hamzat is amazing, like Hamzat Chimaev, right?
Yeah.
But he finished people in the first round, but then he fights like a Usman or something, and then
Become
he's
more
tired in the
hard.
second
Yeah,
round, right?
yeah.
It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I agree. But for the fans, I think
Yeah.
and I don't know if for the sport is good, the trash talk, but I
Right.
think for the fans is good. And then when the fans watch, then I think it grows more. Then instead of everybody's being nice to each other.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't fight, so I don't. As an outside perspective, yeah, beautiful. So like so you're boxing, right? You obviously do MMA and you Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, of course.
Right.
So does that help you, or does that contribute to any maybe your boxing skill, like your boxing style, or do you just focus on does it affect your boxing at all, like your mindset for boxing?
Sorry, say.
So when you're boxing, right? You're training your boxing.
Right.
Let's say if you want to train for boxing and MMA is different. Very different, of course,
yeah,
right?
very different.
So do you find that is there any help from MMA or your BJJ training mindset that helps you with boxing?
I don't think so. I think because before I trained MMA, I used to train just boxing.
Okay.
When I was in the end of my purple belt, I just got into the boxing academy,
Okay.
and there I train a lot with some good boxers, and I have been compete a lot in boxing.
Okay.
So that's giving more experience and making me feel
Beautiful.
to prepare for the fight.
Okay.
So I got to win a competition in my city, in Brasilia. What I got qualified to represent Brasilia
Nice.
to fight against in all the states.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I represent my team, Brasilia, for maybe 2 years, something like that. So I have so many boxing fights, like almost 4 in the total.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what me feel comfortable to fight boxing. Yeah.
That's great, man. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. So you're able to separate all the MMA and separate the BJJ. And what about if you do something like a gi versus a no gi? For BJJ, right? You have your gi and then you have your no gi. It's different, right? Or
Looks
maybe
it looks the same sport,
it
but
looks the same,
totally
but-
different.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So different technique for different one.
Yeah, different
Okay,
one.
beautiful,
So
man.
for example, if I wanna fight gi, I just train gi, focus on gi and
Okay.
stop training no gi for a while.
Okay.
And if I wanna fight no gi, I stop to train gi for a while.
Do you recommend people start with gi or with no gi?
Yeah, I
Mixed?
recommend people start with gi.
Okay.
Because you have more grips, it's hard
Okay.
to control the person.
Okay.
Yeah, so I recommend training
Nice,
gi.
man. I'm gonna pull up some pictures so we can look at some pictures here, right?
All right.
So we already looked at a couple. Here's one. You and your students, right?
No, that's a train. That's the UFC gym train with coaches. That is Mario, Michael, Andre, and some students. Yeah, that's the main train we do there. We
Okay.
used to do that.
How important is it that you have other Brazilian coaches here in Taiwan with you?
Yeah, that helps a lot
Yeah.
because before I work at another gym,
Uh-huh.
before I work at UFC gym, I didn't have a much training partner to help me, but now with the Brazilian coach there, it's very good for me
can do your
to help.
barbecue.
They help me to prepare.
Yeah.
Make some barbecue.
Nice, beautiful, yeah.
Brazilian
And I think these are some of the main guys, right?
Yeah, Michael and Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many Brazilian black belts are here now in Taiwan?
Right now, Brazilian black belt.
Black belt, yeah.
Me, Mario.
Uh-huh.
That is
Michael left, right? Michael went back. had his own
Michael
school.
left. That is another Brazilian coach in Tainan,
Okay.
and also Brazilian coaching here in Gutin. Maybe 5.
4, 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
4.
What about
5.
overall? Is there any non-Brazilian black belts? Or are there many?
Yeah, maybe 10
Taiwanese?
more. 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
10 more. Something
Very
like
cool. I
that.
didn't know that.
Still not much.
Not enough.
Yeah,
right?
But when I first come to Taiwan, was around 9 or 10 the total.
Okay.
Out with me.
Okay. Beautiful. Let's pull up. This is a cool picture, man. I had to share that picture. That's a cool one, man.
Oh yeah, that's very cool
It's
picture.
a little bit of like a Masvidal or something.
Yeah. Yeah, try
Beautiful.
improving my Muay Thai, right? Fly knees,
Yeah.
my head kicks, something. Yeah.
Beautiful, man. I
I like
love
kicks
it.
as well. I don't kick much, but I like kicks.
Okay.
And throw the knees.
So
Nice picture.
last one. This is an event here, I think, right?
Yeah, that's the previous one before my boxing pro debut.
Okay.
I fought at TMMA against some Taiwanese coach, boxing coach. Was good
Beautiful.
match. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome, man. Very cool. So, yeah, outside of fighting, is there some other stuff that you like to do? I know you're the Brazil. What else do you like to do aside from the fights?
Oh, I
Fighting.
like to ride bicycle.
Okay,
Go to the waterfall. Go move around. Go to some mountains here.
Okay.
Do some
Any
hiking.
other sports or anything, or you're just once you're busy?
Yeah, I like to run. I run a lot.
Okay.
I really enjoy run. I start to like run after start to train boxing.
Okay.
When I first start training boxing, I hate to run, but you better have a physical condition. I start to run, so I really like to run today.
Nice, man. Beautiful. What do you think that you're bringing, like, aside from your skill, but like, is there any Brazilian influence that you feel that you're bringing to Taiwanese people? Is there any piece of Brazil that you think that you want, or maybe you want to bring?
Maybe just the friendship. I want to try be close of my students. I think the Taiwanese, they are a little bit far.
Okay.
But I always try get close to my students and friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the WOTD is coming up, right? This month.
Yeah,
Do you guys, any of your students fighting this time?
Oh, right now
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Mario, who takes the students
Oh, Mario
MMA
takes them.
included.
Okay.
Yeah, I take
Okay.
more the BJJ students.
I understand. Okay, okay,
I'm
okay,
more focused on that part.
Okay, good. So do you get to go to watch the fights?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
you're gonna be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Nice, nice. I love it, man. So, do you think things like social media helps maybe the sport or hurts the sport?
Yeah, of course, that helps
It
to
helps?
more
Okay.
people get into the sport,
Okay.
know about that, right?
Do you have maybe one memory here in maybe in your career as a coach that you think, oh, this was a really, or maybe you have many memories. Probably.
Yeah, I have
But maybe
many,
can you tell me
many.
about one that's like, wow, this was amazing.
Oh, always when I'm on the mat with my students,
Okay.
teach the class, I feel that's a
Okay.
amazing experience. That's a dream become true.
Okay.
Since like 10 years ago, before that, I have a dream to live from Brazil,
Okay.
to become a coach in another country.
Okay.
So every day when I'm on the match, I feel
Okay.
yeah,
That's
I
really
feel
cool,
that.
man. So do you think you want to stay in Taiwan or what's your plan? So you've been here 7 years or something, right?
Yeah, with 7 years.
So do you have a plan?
Yeah, man.
Do you want to maybe try somewhere else or you're
Yeah,
happy
I'm
here?
going to
What do you
stay here for a while. Going to stay a couple years more.
think? Okay.
Maybe in the future try open my own gym here.
Yeah, that's
Try,
the
yeah,
next
but
question.
not easy, right?
Yeah, of
The
course,
rent
of course.
here is quite expensive. The
Yeah.
language,
Yeah,
everything.
It's tough, man.
Yeah,
You have
it's
to
tough.
marry Taiwanese and then they help
Yeah.
you with that.
Yeah,
Yeah. My wife helps.
something like that.
Yes, I have this, but my wife is Taiwanese, so
Right.
so sometimes when there's some paper comes in and like, oh, this is very important, and I just give to my wife and she takes
Just give
it. I
to
can't
her.
read this.
Okay.
Like, I can speak, but I can't.
Oh,
I can't read. I can't
Right,
write. And,
right,
and
right.
yeah, just
Yeah.
I see this. I go, I have
Yeah,
no idea.
yeah.
Just like gibberish, right?
right. Also, there is so many foreigners who live here for more than 20 years.
Yeah.
And they cannot even speak.
Cannot even speak.
even
Yeah,
speak
exactly,
Chinese, right?
exactly.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have their own business here for it for many years.
Yeah, I think
So that's not really the problem.
I think it really depends what you're doing. If like when I came here, I was coaching soccer, football, and I was teaching English.
Right.
And when I taught English, they said that they don't want you to speak any Chinese. So the first couple of years here, I learned like zero because you go and everybody speaks English to you.
Yeah.
And they want the kids to speak English. They want everyone to speak English.
Right.
Everybody who you meet wants to practice their English.
Right,
So
right.
maybe first 2-3 years, my Chinese was like zero because no need. You don't have to.
no
And
need.
then
Yeah.
eventually, you realize I want to stay here. I want to learn the language.
Right.
And then, eventually you have the business and actually usually quite myself quite like a shy person.
Right.
So
me too.
yeah, I know you. Yeah. So yeah, usually I just don't want to talk, but after a while, when you have the business, then everybody wants to talk to you, and then you have to talk a lot more.
Yeah.
So then, like that, I got forced to use the
talk
little bit
more.
of Chinese I had, and then slowly, like jujitsu, just slowly building it. Now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now it's not bad. It's pretty, but again, because I didn't study,
Right.
the reading and writing is still zero.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So I think if you want to learn that, I think
You
study
must
it.
really have to go to school, yeah.
Like my daughter.
I haven't been at school like for 6 months,
Okay.
learning by PE.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, helps a lot too.
Yeah.
I can talk a little bit, but
Good. Nice. Nice.
read,
Nice.
to read
Yeah,
and
that's
write,
the-
it's impossible.
To read and write,
Yeah.
you have to make like a kid. You have to take like 1 or 2 hours every day and just
Really, yeah, train.
just
train,
every day
yeah,
write
yeah,
your little
yeah.
character. And,
Right.
and for me, I'm so
Right.
busy.
Yeah.
I try to. I have my daughter.
Yeah,
I take my daughter to school, and
too
then I try.
busy all day.
Yeah,
not
you
much
know.
time to study, right?
So I will take her to make breakfast. I take her to school, and then I will go from there. I'll walk to just World Gym here, and then exercise, and then after go shower, get ready, and then I try to learn more about how to make the business better, and also how to make the podcast better.
Right.
And then when the business is open, you're always You're just
Always
so many
busy with
busy.
something, yeah,
Always
man,
busy. You
yeah.
know, somebody calling
The
sick.
day pass here so fast, man.
It's fast, you know.
man. Crazy.
You're calling
The week pass so fast.
so
as well,
fast.
like,
You know, I think I
yeah,
just
we
get
are
used.
always busy with something.
Yeah, you know, I just got used to 2023. Now it's gone. I was like, oh my God, already? 2023 is
Right.
gone. So then I think, oh wow, yeah. So for me, things like this, the podcast, I love watching the fights. I love the podcast. The reason is it helps me break up my life is a bit crazy. It's always very busy. So this breaks it up for me. And I love to chat with, especially the fighters, man.
Right.
The main thing is talk about the fighter, you know, the fighters, talk about some different business owners and stuff.
Yeah.
But of course, yeah, the fighters, I love it, man. I've been watching UFC since UFC 1. I was like in high school.
Right.
Well, I'm a lot older than you, and I was in high school, and you know, this came out, and I go, oh, this is really cool. But no BJJ at the time in Canada. So yeah, it was very cool, man. Very cool. So yeah, UFC
Yeah, I
1
think
was crazy, man.
I think the elements to become successful in
Yeah.
anything of your life, you must fight, right? You
Yeah.
must be a fighter. We must learn from our mistakes. We must believe in ourselves.
Yes.
We cannot give up and dream and work hard every single day, right?
Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
I agree. and you know, sometimes it's you know, you're on top, and then it's just like
Yeah,
it's like
that's the
fighting.
life. Yeah, that's
the life.
Yeah,
Life is like
One
fighting.
day you're on top, one day you're on the battle. You know, the battle. You must learn with that and use your skills to get better.
Yeah.
right?
You know,
Yeah.
like for us.
Always walk with the people same level as us or better than us
Yeah.
to inspire us to become a better person.
Love it. I
or
love it.
to win in life.
Beautiful. I love it. I
Yeah.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree, man. I think yeah, like for example, us, you know, we start the business very small and then grow into, you know, very, you know, pretty good now. And then everything's good. And then, you know, oh great, there's money in the bank now
Yeah.
and everything's good. And then COVID comes and
Yeah, go
like, ooh, all the money in the
Yeah.
bank is like
Right.
almost gone. And like, shit, what are we gonna do? So slowly, yeah.
Right.
But we're lucky because you know we're still good. We're fighting. You know, I had to drive. You know, we made special meals like tamales, like a Mexican tamale. We're making special
I
meals.
love Mexican
we're-
food.
Yeah, man, we're gonna have some in a sec. And you know, I'm driving on my scooter to Nehu, driving everywhere
Right.
in the rain, and just be like, we have to keep
Right.
make the
Right.
place go. And
Of course.
then COVID came out, slowly come back up. So yeah, it's like fighting, man.
Yeah.
Any business. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm looking forward to the gym, Rafael's gym, man. Rafael's gym. Yeah, yeah.
One day, I wish.
One day, brother. One day for sure. Michael, I
Yeah.
think open, right? He just opened
Yeah,
the
he
gym,
opened
right?
the gym in
Beautiful.
Brazil.
It's beautiful,
Yeah.
man.
Beautiful.
So, man, this was a beautiful conversation. Thank you for
Alright.
coming,
My pleasure to be here.
man.
was
I
so
love
nice.
it. I'm such a
Thanks so much for the
I'm such a big
opportunity.
fight fan. I love it. And do you have anything you want to say before we call it and I get you some lunch?
I just want to tell people, if you don't have a training martial arts, try training for you learn to defend yourself,
Yeah.
to keep active, practice some exercise, right?
Yeah.
You cannot try to become a fighter
Yeah.
just to learn to defend yourself and
Okay.
practice some exercise. That's very good.
It's very good exercise, right? And
Yeah.
look at this.
Some
guy,
people
man.
don't
Jeez.
like to do weight training, think it's too boring, right?
Yeah.
I think it's boring as well, but it's very necessary
Yeah, I understand.
to
Yeah.
keep in good shape, to get strength, to prevent injuries,
Yeah.
right? For
Understand.
everything, to keep healthy.
Beautiful.
That's the most important.
And if people want to come see you,
yeah,
come to UFC gym.
welcome
see
to
UFC
UFC.
gym and ask for Coach Rafael. Brother, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thanks so much, bro.
Congratulations on all the success. Let's get you fed. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you.